Hey guys, just a quick update on the this pedal board that I'm building. I mean, it's looking groovy up the top now. It's all nice and everything. I've got room for my reverb up here, and I'm going to be getting the compressor down here, and then maybe something else here. So I'm pretty happy with the top. I'm not in a rush to build this because I'm skint. I'm having to build it bit by bit, component by component. So yeah, the top's looking great. I'm happy with the top. This is the Pedaltrain Metro 24, and it's great. It's the flat one. I think all the smaller ones are the flat ones, like the Metro and the Nano and the Wanko. So there's a few flat ones. Now, I'm not bothered about it being at an angle. It's only a little board, little and compact. I don't need a big board, so that's why these are flat. You got rubber feet. You can't fucking see, can you? Let me show you quickly. Right, you got rubber feet at each end, and they're all the same height. Right then, my gripe is, let me focus this, my gripe is underneath. So let's check it over. I've been tidying the wiring up because I don't want anything touching the floor at all, and the feet are, let me focus again, there you go. The feet are only what, 15mm high or something. I'm not going to get a fucking ruler out to check for it. And on the centre of the board, there's this strengthening bar that runs on the middle bar, on the middle rail. There's an angled piece. It's a piece of angle iron. Well, angle alley. It's aluminium, I think. So it's a strengthening piece, but that is the same height. Fucking hell, where am I? There, as the rail of the board itself. So when you come up to move it to wiring things up from the first rail to the third rail, you've got to go over it. And that's adding. I mean, you've got the height of the feet to play with on there, and I don't like that. This centre rail, this strengthening bar on the second rail, it should have slots in that are as thick as a standard patch lead would be, enabling that patch lead to slot down into there. It don't have to be much. It's not going to alter the strength anything. It's only got to be what, 6mm or something these cables are, or whatever. So 6mm down, just a semicircular slot every now and again, just so you can drop these cables below that. Because at the minute I've tidied everything up nice with the power cables, apart from where the crossover, obviously. But like these, I mean, look. I mean, that's just under the height of the feet anyway, but I don't want it anywhere near there. I'd sooner have it all tucked up, lower than the end of the rail. So my recommendations to Pedaltrain, because I know all you bosses at Pedaltrain are going to be watching this. Get some slots in there. I'm going to cut some slots in to show you how to do it, in case all you boffins at Pedaltrain are not sure how you would go about that. I'm going to do the fucker. Right, so this should be done. You can't have stuff like, I mean, people say get thinner patch leads, but if you get a patch lead that's that thin, man, the amount of interference you're going to get, because the shielding in there and the insulation is going to be, the patch cables are going to be that big. I'm not compromising on the thickness of my patch cables. They're not ultra thick. They're just regular patch cables. It's a regular thickness. So I'm not going to get any thinner ones of them. I'm not compromising on that just because there's a silly fucking rail in the way. So slots have to be put into this bar to enable these to fall down. It's got to happen. Also, on to point number 2 for all you bosses at Pedaltrain. So that's the main one anyway. The second one is I've been tidying up. You get some cable ties and stuff, which is nice. You know, you get a few, you get 5 or 6. But cable ties are only cheap anyway, and you've probably got them lying around in your drawers. And then I picked this pack up today. There's what, 100 in here for £1.39. You know, I ain't even used the Pedaltrain ones that come with it. So yeah, I've got some more cable ties, but you just cable tie stuff like wires to wires, so it's still gonna flop and hang down. That's what she said. And I want it stuck to the, the things. So what I've done, I've brought these. Now man, these are fucking, let me focus. These are like pence. And these are for mounting. They're self-adhesive, and you just peel the back off, drop them down onto your board, and that's where your cable tie will go through it. And then you put your wires on top, as I've done here. Let me see if I can get a shot of this. I mean, look how cool that is. So Pedaltrain, you need to be supplying these little mounts with your cable ties, or your zip ties as you may call them. You know, it keeps everything up there, it stops everything from hanging down. And as soon as I've put slots in here to get these cables lower, there'll be nothing above the bottom of the actual construction frame. You know what I mean? If you get me. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what's happening. So 2 points, Mr. Pedaltrain. We need slots in there for access with your cables, so your cables can slot down in there to take them lower. And also we need these little mounts. These cost pence, man. I think I got a bag of 10 for like 1 pence. No, I'm exaggerating there. They're about 40 quid each. No, I'm exaggerating there even more. But I don't know. Yeah, I think you get 10 for a quid, so 10p each, and that's it. Retail what we pay. So if Mr. Pedaltrain was to buy a gazillion of these, you know what I mean? They really would be pence each. So it's going to add nothing to the price of your product just by throwing these in. It's going to make them look so neat. I mean, look at that shit, man. Okay, that's everything I can say about the Pedaltrain Metro 24 at the minute. It needs some revision. So there's them 2 points. The bag needs a pocket on the front because Also, no, I'll save the rest for another show, because there's some modifications to this board that I'm going to do that is going to make it so practical. Right then, so that's it. Baked tater.